guys, Thogden here. Welcome back to our new Premier League predictions. We're on to game week 25. It's a key number. We're on to the second game week since that horrible international break. Who doesn't love a bit of Premier League football? I'm here to beat you today because I've heard the guest has been catching up on points.
I tell you what, last week I got 3 points on Lancaster Stations. Don't blame me. You got 4 points. And Ben Black, he steals my chair. He steals my points. 9 points.
9 points.
For Ben Black. The scores are on the doors, but look at the guests. They're catching up. Vizza and now Ben Black. Outrageous.
And the next guest is Michael Bridge from
Sky
Sport. We've got Sky Sports' best. He's usually talking with Neville and Cara. Now he's with Thogden and Thogdad. The guests are going to catch up to us at this rate.
I tell you what, we met him the other day at Millwall. What
Legend.
a top bloke.
Yeah, he represents Palace on their transfer news. He's always on that January transfer window programme. He's always on TV.
He's everywhere. Because of that guest, I'd like 12,000 likes, please.
Look, I know you're old and you're a mug and you kind of walk around, you drink beer, but you're not getting 12k likes.
There's nothing wrong with drinking beer.
And 12k likes. What's better, a beer or 12k likes?
I'll take them both.
Manchester United against Southampton, 6th against 10th. These are two sides who've got 8 points in the last 5 games. Now, Man United, Paul Pogba is back. He's on the score sheet, but they couldn't beat Burnley, could they, Theo?
I just want to give a few seconds, a pause for Southampton. Incredible against Tottenham. You're not joining me on this clap, Dad?
I tell you what, they were brilliant. We saw them against Brentford the other day, and I thought there's something special going on there. Ward-Prowse, what a player.
What a player. We turned over, and they just somehow beat Conte's Tottenham at the new White Hart Lane. It must have been limbs in the away end. Will they bounce on with a very difficult game now going to Old Trafford?
Well, let's talk about Man United for a second, because they drew with Burnley, but they should have won that game, shouldn't they?
I thought Bruno ran the game, the attacking pivot. Sancho looked good at times, but there was no second goal. Will they get that at home to Southampton? Because I think for Ralph Rangnick, a win is due.
Well, I tell you what, Theo, this is a potential banana skin for me.
Of course
it's good to see Che Adams, El Yunusi, and the amazing Breuer all getting their goals. Southampton will be fired up for this game. Nothing to lose.
They will, but they've conceded 2+ goals, 7 matches in a row away from home in the Premier League. That's worrying. Manchester United will be licking their lips. And I'm going to back that. Manchester United 2, Southampton 1.
Wait, did you just say 2 in 1?
I did. What's wrong with that?
Well, do you know what? We might have a little promotion today.
What are you on
2
about?
in 1. It's wash and go. It's back.
So you're telling me we're going to do a wash and go wager whenever we predict 2-1, and the ones who gets the most correct 2 in 1 scores doesn't have to dye their hair green?
That's your idea. If you think I'm dyeing my hair that colour, does anyone want that? Put it in the comments if you'd like to see Theo dye his hair, because you're going to lose.
All I'm saying is I'm going to be keeping a tally on the 2-1 predictions that we get right and wrong.
Yeah.
And whoever gets more, the other dyes their hair green. I'm making you do it. There's no choice, because you've got to remember, Wash and Go have a shampoo and conditioner 2 in 1 on the shampoo that you can buy, link in description to Amazon. A lot of you have already bought it from the last time we spoke about them. We've got the Wash and Go green. Dad, your hair is soon to be the colour of our background.
Nobody wants to see that.
I want to see it. The comments want to see it. 12,000 likes. And he will lose the wager, I'm telling you now.
Manchester United 2, Southampton 1.
Oh, what? You've just done... You copied me.
And I swear, that's not on purpose.
No, he's done this.
I genuinely think that's going to be the...
You're doing this, Dad. So Wash and Go don't have to make you dye your hair green, because that is going to be the score.
Man United, Southampton. Man United, they need a win after dropping points against Burnley, but it won't be easy. Southampton were brilliant against Spurs on Wednesday, but I'm going for United 2-1.
Brentford against Crystal Palace, 14th against 13th. It's a London derby between two teams who are really struggling. Brentford lost the last 5 there. Zaha is back on the score sheet, but did you see that penalty miss?
It was a stinker. It was like it hit one of his feet and then bounced off the other, and I mean, the Norwich fans really took the piss. How do you think they'll do against Brentford? Because I know Brentford have lost all these games recently, but the bookies backed them. And something tells me Thomas Frank will turn it on at home at the Brentford Community Stadium. I think they're chasing a win. It's due.
Well, they weren't bad against Man City. It was a couple of mistakes,
it's only
wasn't
2-0.
it?
A 2-0 loss to Man City is actually quite good for Brentford.
I reckon this is a 1-1 draw there.
Brentford don't do draws.
Yeah.
They don't. And Palace, Elise has a wonder of a left foot, and he'll probably get 1. But I think Brentford will get 2, so I'm going for 2.
You're going for a wash and go.
The wash and go wager continues.
Oh my God.
You're getting that hair green.
It's not happening.
Let's go over to Michael Bridge from Sky Sports. He's got that Sky quality, so I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Oh, Brentford Crystal Palace. This is going to be a good one. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. I think it's going to be 1-1.
Everton against Leeds United, 16th against 15th. Now, this is really a relegation tussle, isn't it? Everton 1 point in 5 games.
Lampard's fledgling reign as Toffee's manager came to a came to a sharp reality check when they went to Newcastle and lost 3-1. It was pretty tough to take.
Leeds showed amazing spirit in their last game against
did.
Villa. I thought Dan James was magnificent. That is the Dan James we want to see. I think they might win this. I'm very impressed by Leeds, their energy, their passion, the way they came back from 3-1 down. I'm going Everton 1, Leeds 2. I'm going for a 2-1.
No, it doesn't count, Dad. 2-1. It's a home one.
2 in 1, 1 in 2. Does it not count?
No, it doesn't. 2 in 1. It has to be 2-1 predictions.
Oh, that's a shame.
I've gone for 2-1.
Oh, no. Take the bottle. Go on. Do that.
I'm back in Everton, guys. Watch it go. Tell you what, I know we're making jokes, but it's a really good shampoo. But listen, I just think Lampard will get his first Premier League win. He's been good at home at Goodison Park, 1-1 so far. Leeds will score in the first half, which they're very good at doing. They've got the passion. They'll be 1-0 up at half-time. There'll be boos around the ground. They come out, Lampard's fired them up. They score an early goal in the second half, and then DCL, back from injury, scores the winner to get a very big 3 points and help them bump up the table. Both these clubs, Everton and Leeds, don't really like looking at the Premier League table. They both deserve to be much higher on, and I think they both will come back. But I'm backing the Toffees to get all 3 points. Let's go over to Michael Bridge. What do you reckon, mate?
Mixed start for Frank Lampard. The defeat the other night against Newcastle, but started well against Brentford in the Cup. They do need to start picking points up, though, in the league. I think they're going to narrowly win this one 2-1.
Watford against Brighton and Hove Albion 19th against 9. It's impossible to predict Watford these days, isn't it, Theo? They lost to West Ham, 3 points behind Newcastle now.
It's very possible to predict Watford's results because they lose every week. Whilst everyone's buying Emmanuel Dennis and Josh King, they haven't scored in the last 4 games.
But you know they've got the potential to get goals, Theo. On their day, one day, they're going to beat someone 3-0.
Well, they haven't kept a home Premier League clean sheet since February 2020.
Yeah, that is true, Theo. And Brighton, we know, are the draw specialists of the league. They've drawn the last 3. They've drawn 12 all season. Only lost 4 games. So you can't see them losing, surely.
Brighton are a solid team. They haven't played a Premier League match since January 23rd, I think.
Wow.
Roy Hodgson, it probably means more to him to gain points here. They've not done it in a while. He needs a big response. Do you think they could pull a win out the bag?
They could, but I don't think they will. It is a massive game for Watford, but I think it's going to be 1-1. Brighton, a very tight unit.
Yeah, I'm going to go Watford 1, Brighton 1. So we agree. I think the Brighton goal will be created from Alexis McAllister, our boy, and scored by Welbeck against his old club. You have to remember that.
Michael, in the Sky Sports studios, what do you think, mate?
Roy Hodgson's first home game as the new Watford head coach. Home to Brighton. Look, they need to start picking up points. They need to pick up wins, but I like Brighton. I think they'll do enough to get a point. I think it's going to be 1-1.
Norwich City in 18th against Manchester City in first place. But this is a battle between 2 teams in great form. I tell you what, Norwich City, 7 points in 3 games. And Timu Pukki is smashing it, eh?
FPL shout or what?
Could be, Theo. That's
Not for Man
interesting.
City at home, though. Man City are just too good. Haven't they got the best away record in all top 5 leagues, apart from Atalanta? They picked up 29 points away from home. I think Atalanta got 30, but nobody else has got near that. That's the Pep effect.
Well, Theo, it's one of those games you'd expect City to win it easily, but
Yeah.
Norwich recently, under Dean Smith, have been a lot better, so can they sneak something?
Well, we have to look back at the last 2 head-to-heads where these two have faced. 5-0 both times.
Yes.
It won't be that bad. 2-0 Man City. A close affair, with goals from KDB and Foden for me.
Now, Man City cruised past Brentford. I think they're going to cruise again, and I agree with you, Theo. 2-0.
We agree. Should we go over to Michael, shall we?
Yeah.
It's only right.
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
I think Dean Smith's doing a really good job at Norwich. Whether he can keep them up, I don't know. But if he can, that will be pretty unbelievable. But I don't think anyone expects them to get anything this weekend. City 3-0.
Burnley in 20th against Liverpool in second. It is a Lancashire derby. And let's say something nice about Burnley for a change. Jay Rodriguez scored at last. He's a good lad, isn't he?
Great player. You know, it's been tough for him in his career with injuries and fighting for a first-team place with Burnley. But it was very nice to see him get in front of Harry Maguire and get that all-important goal for Burnley's sake, and created well from Weghorst too, the new signing.
Oh, more than well, Theo. That was a superb bit of play. Wonderful football from Burnley. I mean, really, they shouldn't have by rights drawn that game, but they did.
They did, and it's 3 draws now recently for Burnley. When are they due a win? Because I think it's coming. Liverpool are on fire. They walked past Leicester. They've got Luis Diaz and Harvey Elliott in the team, back as well from injury. Surely they're going to win. They even have Salah and Mane back. It's such a strong team.
Absolutely, Theo. I didn't see the game, but Diogo Jota got the 2 goals, didn't he? What was the game like?
Yeah, it was brilliant. I thought Liverpool controlled it. Trent and Robertson They were up the flanks creating. I thought Thiago Alcantara was class, nearly scored an overhead kick. They're not being stopped by Burnley. This is going to get clipped when Burnley shithouse it and Wakehorse scores the winner. But I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool.
Well, I'll tell you what, I played football with a Burnley fan last night. I said, can you stay up? He said, the problem is we don't win enough. 1 win all season, 11 draws. Now, I could see this being a very tight game. I'm going to go Burnley 0, Liverpool 2. I don't think it'll be a cricket score.
Will Michael create a different scoreline? Will he back the claret and blue?
Oh, Liverpool are looking good, aren't they? Very comfortable win the other night against Leicester. Burnley, they got that draw against Manchester United, but Liverpool, with Salah back as well, they're looking very strong. I'm going to say 2-1 Liverpool.
It's Newcastle United in 17th against Aston Villa in 11th. Both teams got 3 goals last week. And what about Newcastle? Ryan Fraser, a goal and an assist.
Yep.
Trippier, free kick.
Oh, it was outstanding. It was like the World Cup semi-final. Do you remember when England scored that free kick against Croatia? That was Trippier all over again. Those Geordies would have celebrated both of them like mad. Newcastle on their best ever run. They've won a couple games. Eddie Howe's continued this kind of momentum. Can they win this?
Well, I tell you what, Newcastle have got 8 points in 4 games. That is really excellent form, but they're up against Aston Villa. Now, Philippe Coutinho and Jacob Ramsey, I thought were magnificent against Leeds.
Yeah.
But if you get 3-1 up, you cannot draw.
They bottled it.
To
mention, Ramsey and Coutinho have created 3 goals for each other in the last 3 games. They're definitely going to score a couple against Newcastle. I think this will be a high-scoring draw, 2-2.
Wow, you know what I'm going to do, Theo?
No.
Newcastle 2, Aston Villa 1. It's a 2-in-1 wash and go prediction. I tell you what, if I'm right, you're getting green hair, pal.
But you're backing the Geordies.
Yes, I am. I'm backing the Geordies. They've turned a corner. They're staying up.
Understandable. They're on a good run, but Gerrard, very hard to beat. Michael Bridge, who you backing? Me or Thogdad?
This is my most intriguing game of the weekend. Newcastle, huge win against Everton, but I love what Villa are doing under Steven Gerrard. I'm going for 2-2.
Tottenham Hotspur against Wolverhampton Wanderers, 7th against 8th. These are 2 teams pushing for that 4th Champions League place, but they both lost last week, Theo.
They did, and that's the key. Conte will not accept a 3-2 loss at home to Southampton. And I think Spurs will bounce back. They've got another home game. Son scoring. Kane has been all right in the last few weeks. As long as Spurs score early in this match at New White Hart Lane, they'll win this and get all 3 points.
Yeah, it's great to see Heung-Min Son back. I've got to think about bringing him back into my fantasy soon, but the worry is with Spurs at the back, and that's not a worry for Wolves. Defensively, very, very tight.
What they need is Eric Dyer back. Now, you'll laugh at me in the comments, but under Conte, he is key to that back 3. And it's whether he's fit for this match. If he is, I'm backing Tottenham 2-0. Considering, especially, Wolves just got beaten by Arsenal, so the other North London team will definitely want to outdo them.
Yeah, Theo, I think this is going to be low scoring, but I'm going to go with those lads, Son and Kane. One of them's going to score. Spurs 1, Wolves 0.
Okay, we both back Spurs. Let's go over to Michael.
Oh, Tottenham's defence has to improve massively if they're going to get a win against Wolves. Really, really poor the other night against Southampton. Wolves just lost to Arsenal 1-0. Heart might rule head here, Spurs 2-1.
Leicester City in 12th against West Ham United in 4th. Now, Leicester City first, Theo. Last weekend, you saw them against Nottingham Forest. They were battered, weren't they?
It's been a horrible week for Brendan Rodgers, losing 4-1 to Nottingham Forest, getting knocked out the FA Cup, which they won it the year before previously. Then going to Anfield, his previous club that he managed, and he loses 2-0 to Jurgen Klopp.
It's not good, is it? But what is going wrong? Is it defence? Is it confidence?
I don't know if it's the manager, whether the players aren't fired up enough. Look, if he loses to West Ham, he could be sacked. That could be the final blow. Yes, they've got a lot of injuries and doubts, but it's just not good enough. Against West Ham, they have to win. They have to bounce back. They need the points, don't they?
They certainly do.
But I don't think it'll happen. I think David Moyes is on better form. They beat Watford 1-0 under tough conditions with the Zuma situation probably affected them all whole week with the media around them and the fines they've had to put in place, RSPCA coming in. But I genuinely believe West Ham are going to win this 2-1.
Yes, that is a very big shout. And of course, West Ham, they beat Watford, but all the talk was about the team sheet and Kurt Zouma. I think we've said enough about that. That was a mistake. The whole world knows it. Jared Bowen, though, Theo, he got the goal. He was my man of the match.
He was brilliant. But I'm going to mention another West Ham player, Mikel Antonio.
Yeah.
Everyone's selling him on FPL. They've given in. I won't. He's got a great record against the Foxes, and people don't realise that. I think he's got 4 goals in the last 5 games against them. But in the reverse fixture this season, he's got a brace.
That's a good shout. I think there can be goals here. I'm not too convinced by West Ham's defence. I'm going to go Leicester 2, West Ham 2. If I get that right, I get the bonus point.
Yeah, definitely hold on to your West Ham outlets when you're playing Leicester. Their defence is a bit of a shambles right now until Fofana's back to full fitness. I think it will stay that way. My prediction is 2-1 West Ham. Like
Wait,
you
didn't do
no,
the...
because it's
Oh, it's the
we're
away team. All right,
You are a
okay.
mug, aren't you?
Oh, never mind.
And let's go over to Michael. What do you reckon, son?
What has happened to Leicester City? Things are not going well there at all. And I know it's been a difficult week off the pitch for West Ham, but they should go there with confidence. I think they'll win this one 2-1.
And now for the double game week, Manchester United against Brighton. We've talked about both teams. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw there.
A 1-1 draw. Dad, this is a double game week. Both Brighton and United have played twice, so think about your FPL assets. Do you not think, with 2 home games at Old Trafford, they can get 6 points?
They can get 6 points, but they've not been convincing recently.
I think at home to Brighton, it's going to be 2-0.
Ooh.
Now, Brighton are missing a lot of games. They've got to play 2 this week. I just reckon, you look at the last 6 times United played Brighton, United have won all 6.
But Theo, our editor Josh is a Brighton fan. He's going to cut that out, I think.
I think Sancho is going to score a brace. Let us know in the comments, how are United going to do this week? It's a big week for them. They need points. If they want to get top 4, good opportunity to knuckle down and get 6 points. So let us know in the comments.
Finally,
Yeah.
you've done all of these over to Michael
Yeah.
in the
How
Sky
can I
Sports
forget?
studio. You keep nicking those.
Shocking.
Man United simply need to win this game. They need to get back in to that top 4, but Brighton won't be easy at all. But I'm just going to go for another narrow Man United win, 2-1.
All his socials are going to be in the description
Yes.
if you want to keep up with his stuff. You've probably seen him on the telly. You're now seeing him on YouTube. It's what we do. We're connecting. We're bringing all the socials together, aren't we?
We certainly are. He's a legend. Go follow him.
We've got to thank Wash and Go. We've both given our 2-in-1 wages. I think you've done 2 today and I've done 3.
Yes.
So we'll give you another next week. We'll keep following it and see who gets more right than wrong. I think that's how we got to base it. And comment down below your predictions this week. A lot of interesting games. Burnley looking to bounce back. The relegation scrap. The top 4 battle. It's all getting a bit interesting in game week 25. Enjoy your weekend. We're off to Bolton and we'll see you all in a bit.
See ya.
Bye, guys.